Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany Troball, and I am the author of Out of the Ashes. I want to read to you the letter that I inserted from me to you in the first book. It describes so much of the detail of what caused me to write these books. First and foremost, I want to point out that God made all living creatures in the beginning, all of the animals on the land and those that were living in the seas. He made the creatures that crawl and the creatures that fly in the air. And at the end of each day of creation, he says that he saw it and it was good. I know dragons have always been depicted a creature of evil, but I would like to think that God made them first for good. Like humans, we were made to walk in the garden with him, to be with him. We were made in his image, and we were made for good things. Then the darkness of evil came in and manipulated us out of God's graces. There were many accounts of wild and crazy creatures throughout the Bible. Everything from a coiled up Leviathan described in Job to a seven-headed serpent that's described in Revelations. God had created some amazing life, and even though we don't have dragons flying through the air today, I do believe that they once lived and breathed. But in this story, these creatures and their stories are fiction replicating so many likenesses of our human truths. If there is anything that God says in this book that could also be found in God's scriptures, if you feel that you need help realizing God's truths of his word in your life, then go to our website, www.mark413.com, and send us a private message. We would love to help you walk in these truths that he has for your life. Parts of these dragons can be represented in each of us. The light and the darkness can come out at any given time. In every situation, we can decide to do good in this world, or we can decide to do bad. We always have a choice, and on who we want to be, because God gives us free will to be who we want to be. That is described in Deuteronomy 30:19 through 20. To worship him and to be the light, or to worship evil and be in the dark. But in God's word, he tells us that we cannot be hot and we cannot be cold. We can be good or we can be bad. But to be both disgusts him. He will say that he does not know us and that he will spit us out of his mouth. That's listed in Revelations 3:15. So let me inspire you to believe in God again. Let me inspire you to be the light. Matthew 5:14 through 16. I have seen so many people who are like these dragons. They have been torn down in their life and they have been manipulated to do evil instead of good. But let us read these stories like a child, in awe of God and all his wonders. Remember what got you excited about who God is. It is his love and how he leads us to our own truths and his light through his works. Let us remember our first love like a child. Let us applaud his goodness and boo the bad guys as they are defeated in the end. Let us remember that like these dragons, we all have a story to tell, and we still have a seed that needs to be planted to help share the gospel. Let us set our hearts on fire to share God's goodness through our own tales, and never forget that our lives were meant to glorify him. Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is a lamb that was slain to receive the power and the riches and the wisdom and the strength, all of the honor and all of the glory and all of the blessing," as described in Revelations 5:12. I believe that we each have a choice to do goodness in this world, and the goodness of the heavens can come down and be reflected in our stories. So let me inspire you through these dragons' lives on how to be a better person, how to be a better human, how to be a better creator of goodness throughout this world. And maybe, just maybe, we reflect God's light in our own lives. God bless everyone. I hope to be telling you more through the stories, and I'll be praying for you.